Gamble Factory, what is going on? We are back. Football season is back, baby. NFL Week 1, the very first slate of the year. We have the Chiefs, we have the Ravens. I mean, what a great Thursday night football game to get us started. I feel like every time like a Thursday night game is usually pretty trashy. We don't have much to look forward to, but man, this game should be awesome. Tyler, how you feeling?
Feel excited. I've been looking forward to football season for quite some time now. Baseball season just gets a little bit old, and it's just kind of like dead time of betting. It seems like so. It's more exciting with football. You got a lot of games here coming up. Sunday, we got Saturday games this year, I believe, or maybe Friday. I don't know. There's like a foreign game this weekend, I believe. But we get a good game to open us off. So obviously, very very excited for this.
Yes, super pumped. I think it's gonna be tough prop wise to figure things out, unless you're just doing like a straight on game stack. But I mean, we're getting a 47 total to start, so like Vegas thinks we're gonna have some offense. It's gonna be a close game. Obviously, both teams have elite offenses and elite defenses. I mean, this game could go either way. Um, Chiefs are favored by a couple points. It is an Arrowhead though too, so. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. You guys let us know if you have any questions. We're gonna be struggling to get 6 props, so I don't know if we're gonna have that because everything's pretty tight. I mean, these props have been out for a while, and everybody has put a ton of money down on them. So like, these lines are gonna be pretty spot on tonight. I don't be surprised if you lose or even win by just a couple yards or points. So
You said what? No robot voice.
let's go. Maybe we have it figured out. I was hoping Tyler wasn't going to echo finally. So
Yeah, we did a lot of test streams before this one, and hopefully we got it figured out. I know I'm be glad to not hear the echo on replays back and kind of going back through.
you don't
I
want
know
to
you guys are so sick of it.
you don't want to see a bunch of comments about Tyler echoing, Tyler echo, Tyler echo.
Yeah, it just we're moving today. Let's go.
Yep, and do us a favor. If you're just now tuning in for the first time, make sure you're subscribed. Helps us out a lot. Make sure you like the stream. More likes is more vibes for the slip to hit. So, Tyler, you want to get us started, or do you want me to?
Man, yeah, I'll start it. There's not a lot of props that I like that it left. It's not bumped already. I posted a slip earlier with some baseball mixed in, and three or all of my football picks had gotten bumped. So, uh, yeah, I really like the Kelce targets. I like the Pacheco rush attempts. Both of those are bumped. But I'm going to go over to Lamar Jackson. Really like him tonight for completion percentage. Not a normal prop that I would typically take, but obviously on one game slate, you got to kind of find value where you can. And Lamar is for the most part, a pretty accurate quarterback. He doesn't seem to take a lot of unnecessary risks that pay off into incompletions or interceptions. So really, to me, he's a pretty accurate. He threw a 67% completion percentage last year. Covered that in 11 or 12 of those games. I can't remember the exact number. I got it pulled out, but it's a lot of counting. I don't feel like counting right now. But he covered a full year. He's at 67.2%. So clearly, a pretty accurate passer. Doesn't turn the ball over a lot to lead to incompletions. Doesn't take a lot of unnecessary risk. Usually, if it's that unnecessary risk time, he just doesn't tuck it and run. So I'm going to go that 62.9% completion percentage. Has some value there for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I mean, he's improved on his passing every year. I feel like being in the league. So um, he has great weapons. Mark Andrews is healthy now. Like adding Derrick Henry, I think is going to help. I don't know how. I mean, he's not going to pass it to Derrick Henry really, but I just think that can only help a quarterback in their
Yeah,
confidence. So
yeah, I think so as well. Cleans up some lanes. They're obviously not going to be able to can only rely on just hammering the run. You got options. You got lanes. And obviously his rushing ability really helps him throw accurate passes because they're going to key in on him less people to defend his pass catcher. So definitely a percentage play that I'm going to go through.
yeah, so I don't know why my Prize Picks board just had an error, but I'll go ahead and talk about my one of my favorite props on the day. Like Tyler said earlier, he's talking about Pacheco, his rush attempts. I like that too. I played it also at 14 and a half. But I also like his 79.5 rushing and receiving. You go back last year and look, he had a 56% hit rate on it. But when seeing 40 plus snaps, he had a nine. He hit 9 out of 11 games. So like, if you go look, like the beginning of the year, he was just starting as a rookie. He wasn't seeing very many or as many snaps as he was towards the end of the year. Like at the end of the year, he was seeing like 70+% of snaps every single game. Um, and this year, he should start the season off like that. He's he has no competition. There's no danger of like him losing his role. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's hurt. Um, and he has Samaj Perine and Carson Steele, rookie, behind him. Those guys aren't cutting into Pacheco's work. And there's been reports about how he's improved as a pass blocker as well. So that's just going to keep him on the field even more. He's going to play. He should play 40 plus snaps tonight. He's going to have every opportunity in the world to be able to crush this line. It looks like it's a community play too. You know, I've seen a lot of people on his rush yards, his rush attempts, a little bit on his receptions. I think he's favored over 2.5 receptions a little bit, just slightly. Baltimore will give up some receiving yards. I think they gave up like 18 yards of receiving to like every single running back they faced last year. So Pacheco over 79.5 rushing and receiving. I'm definitely locking it in.
Yeah, and somebody said Pacheco receptions. I think they're close to. I
Mm-hmm.
think so. If you whether you prefer receptions, I think both are likely to hit. Both seem to be good props. I mean, I really like the yards as well. And I think he can go, well over his rushing yards, and then sometimes won't even need his passing yards. But it's really nice that that's baked in, and I do think he gets 2 or 3 receptions. Uh, like Zach said, he's improved as a pass blocker. Well, that means he's going to be in on passing downs, which is just obviously the more likely to receive those dump downs. Yeah, Blake said that last 5 Thursday night football games, Lamar Jackson's completed 64.6% of his passes. So
Oh, that's an
just another
interesting stat.
just another really good stat there from Blake 7.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Prizepicks to pull up. I don't know, understand why it's not working, but
No, it's not his Wi-Fi, Dexter. It's Prizepicks has been doing this all
yeah,
morning on him.
no, Wi-Fi is perfect. Because we wouldn't be streaming if my Wi-Fi was messing up. So
Yeah, because we were tired of the robot boys. That's for dang sure.
there you go. I had to go on
Uh,
incognito tab and it worked. Whatever. All right, you have another one you're liking?
no, all the rest of mine have been bumped, unfortunately.
Did they add back the tackles and assists? Or are they have them off the board still?
I haven't seen them.
All right, I can go with my next one. I'm a big fan of Derrick Henry. Been a big fan of him all off season. I mean everybody has. But I believe we took him in a season long slip, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of his 65.5 rush yards today. There, it's King Henry, man. He's a beast. He hasn't shown any signs really of slowing down. He hit this in 53% of games last year with the Titans, and in 73% of the time last year when he had 14 or more carries. He's favored slightly over 15 and a half rushing attempts tonight, which is key. And then last year, like he's on the Titans, that was one of the worst offensive lines he could be running behind. One of the worst teams. I mean, just absolutely terrible team. And now he's on the Ravens, who have like the best offensive line of football. They love to run the ball if they can. I mean, they'll run the ball every single play if they can tonight, just to keep Mahomes off the field. So Derrick Henry's in line for 15 plus carries. And 65 and a half rush yards are just too low. We're going to, in a couple weeks, his rush yard line is going to be like 75, 80 probably. That's my guess anyway. So,
yeah, I think so as well. I think they're just cautioning, putting that out there week 1 because they don't know, what the Ravens are going to do with him. But not a lot of, to me, there's just not a lot of ways to get Henry off the field. It's going to be one of their best things to keep Lamar's legs fresh as well throughout the year because they're going to want to try to keep Lamar's fresh. They're going to want to try to keep Henry fresh. And this is the best way to do it is kind of just divide up carries.
there we go. Had to switch screens on OBS because Prizepicks had to work in incognito tab, so I think we're good now. Those are our
Yeah.
three props. I had like a couple of tackle and assist props, but they've they've just removed the tackles and assists and haven't put anything else up for some reason. So if you guys are liking something, we can definitely talk about it. Maybe put in a slip. If not, we may just be running a 3-pick.
Yeah, it's weird to say a 3-pick, but I know the optimizer has a Nelson Aguilar over 1.5 receptions. That's kind of popped up. I mean, weirdly enough, I mean, it's Nelson Aguilar. He's going to get 1 catch or 2 catches. Like, that's just a simple fact of it. It's just obviously the odds are good and putting us over the top there, but like, dude's just going to get 2 targets or 3 targets, and he's just not going to be super active.
Oh, I also lied. I have one more prop. Can't believe I forgot. It's like my favorite prop of all time. So, Travis Kelce. We liked his reception or his targets at 7.5. But if anybody has been following me for the last couple years, or at least even last year, they know I absolutely love Travis Kelce's fantasy score, especially on a primetime game. This dude's absolute stud. I mean, there's no reason to think that he's not going to see the majority of the targets, him and Rashee Rice. But Travis Kelce is, without a doubt, Mahomes' guy. He's coming into the season 100% healthy. If you guys remember last year, he got hurt during training camp. He actually missed the first game of the season, and he was banged up all year. I mean, he was banged up to start the year, so he just couldn't get 100% healthy. Well, we have a 100% healthy Travis Kelce right now to start the year. And this 14.5 fantasy score line is just a little bit too low. We all know he can score a touchdown or 2 or even 3 on any given game. He doesn't have to have a touchdown to hit this line. I mean, he's projected, based off his prop lines, he has 6 receptions and like 60 yards. So that's 12 fantasy score right there. So if he doesn't score a touchdown, we need a little bit, like an extra catch or 2 in order to get there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a touchdown for him tonight, though, either. Last year in the playoffs, he went for 11 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown versus Baltimore. So, Baltimore's a tough defense, but tight end, if there was a position to target on Baltimore as far as for the offense, tight end's kind of it. Then you get Travis Kelce, who's the ultimate tight end. So, I really like his fantasy score line.
Yeah, I'm a big Travis Kelce guy tonight. Like I told you earlier, I grabbed that target line earlier at 7.5. But obviously since it's bumped, as it should have, because it was a great line. But Kelce is, honestly, he's wide receiver 1. I mean, let's just put it how it is. So,
my guy said,
I'll think that fantasy score is pretty easy.
My guy said ZROB over tackles.
Yeah. Anytime you can get ZROB at 0.5 or 2.5 tackles, I mean,
bro,
he's going to make plays. That's just pretty much the bottom line.
I promise you, I wouldn't get 1 tackle. I'd be moving out of everybody's way, especially if Derrick Henry's on the other end, bro. I'm laying down, let him hurdle over me.
Yeah, dog, you're just gonna get truck sticked. This one is one that me and Zach talked about right before stream.
I see what you're talking about.
Somebody keeps some of his field goal made yardage. Dude, I have gone back and forth on that prop because essentially, I think each of those have like a 1.5 field goal made line.
They
correct?
do.
And it looks like just kind of just looking off game logs because you can't really. There's not like he's got this average make yard. And if they are, I can't find it. But I'm just kind of looking through there, and they're all, there's a lot of them making 1, 2, 3 field goals, especially against these tough defenses. Well, if Tucker hits two or 3 field goals and Bucker does as well, the likelihood of them going over 30-ish yards apiece is pretty daggum high.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I mean, defenses they're kind of stopping them outside that red zone a little early, kicking those 30, 40 yarders. So I don't really mind that one. It's super risky.
I know.
It scares the crap out of me because
it's so tempting.
A weird bit of research.
I mean, they need at least 3 field goals between the 2 of them to hit this. And even if they get 3, I don't know if it hits. They may need 4, So
yeah, I think it's likely to need 4 field goals made.
Which kind of makes me like dude, I can't take the under because obviously these guys can just kick a field goal from 50 yards, no questions. But man, that under to me is almost tempting, thinking that they need 4 to go over this. So
I'm not taking it either way. Since we're just questioning the prop, and obviously neither one of us are going to take it. But we do have 4 props. We do have at least is it 10x or is it a little less?
it should be 10x.
Okay, I didn't know how
Yeah,
if they
it's 10x. It's not correlated at all. So this is probably what we're gonna go with unless somebody else has some heat to drop for us. Is Henry scoring today? Whew, bro. I could see it. I've been thinking about it for like the last 2 weeks. Just Derrick Henry is smashing one in if he doesn't get vultured by Lamar Jackson. So I hope he does. I have him on like 2 different fantasy teams. So punt props. Did they add those? Those weren't up.
Oh god, props.
Dude,
I can't.
he must be. Luke
Is this the
Luke
same
Luke,
guy as
Luke
last year?
was last year with the punt props. I'm almost positive. Luke always wanted us to take punt props.
There was somebody who was trying to get us to take punt props every single
I
time.
don't see him on here, so
That's funny. All right, so I mean, we got 4. I mean, we got was it Henry rush yards, Kelce's fantasy score, Lamar's percentage, and Pacheco's PR or receptions and rush yards.
1 second.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Lamar's completion percentage, Pacheco rushing, receiving, Henry rush yards, Kelce fantasy score. Welcome to the Team Henry score. You know they're gonna give at least a try. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. 49 plus yard field goal. Like if we think that, then we might as well just pick the other prop, the combo prop, to get a little more safety.
Well, that's the thing is, they have Tucker and Bucker have a combo 0.5 at 48 plus.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't. We always get asked kicker props, and like I think we've taken them like once or twice on stream, and that's it. And I think we hit both of them, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're 2-0 on punter props or kicker props.
I can't even remember now. I think Tyler's been the one to bring them up both times, but
I did. I brought it up, and I was kind of feeling weird.
no, you're right, Chance. And these are 2 guys. Either one of those guys can kick a 50-plus yard field goal. So especially I can see it like right at half, like 50-yard field goal for Justin Tucker, and freaking drains it. So y'all thinking Kelce gets 35 yards and Mahomes 220 passing? Yeah, that's happening for sure. That's just, I mean, those are goblin lines too, so it makes sense. But that's definitely happening.
Yeah, and obviously we could build the slip out to make two baseball props or some WNBA props. I just don't really want to do that. And I know people in the chat probably don't like especially like MLB right now. So I think we could roll with this 10x. I mean,
we like MLB right now. As
yesterday,
yesterday. I haven't been liking it, but
if people keep bringing up like first quarter receiving yards, we can't actually see those or play those here in Arkansas.
There's Arkansas's lane. We don't even get the option to even look at the prop.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're probably good props. I mean, I do like if his first quarter receiving yards is 8.5. I mean, obviously, I'm going to like that.
Like 1 catch for him, probably.
Yeah. But the simple fact is, we don't even see him, and it sucks because Arkansas's lame.
Go Justin Watson receiving yards, man. If I knew how the wide receiver situation is going to pan out for the Chiefs today, like you'd make so much money. But there's just.
Yeah, I mean, you're straight up guessing, as the books are.
Like, obviously, we like Patrick Mahomes, too, to do work. But, I mean, his lines seem pretty right.
Yeah, his lines seem so razor thin that it's just no value to take them.
Trying to see if there's any WNBA or MLB that just looks good off the top of my head, but not really. Xander Bogaerts, 1.5 HR, he's still there if you want to add that. Great matchup.
I don't really want to just play it.
Nah, I don't want to play it again, but Worthy under targets? Yeah, if I'm taking a Worthy prop, I'm probably going to go under today. I don't trust him. I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, I'm not a big thing. I'm not a big fan of him at all.
I can see him though, like popping off like a 50-yard receiving, like a jet sweep, and he just takes it to the house or something crazy like that. Just because he's so fast.
The yards obviously are what you would take if you were going to do Worthy. It just doesn't seem very.
Honestly, Like if you're gonna take a worthy prop, I feel like 9.5 fantasy score is too high. He has to get a touchdown to hit that, right?
I mean, they just took a line off of his. What the heck? They just took something down off his. I'm looking at it and they literally just removed something. Uh, yeah, he's not getting 5 catches and 45 yards very often. He's not doing
No.
both.
I actually kind of like that a lot, to be honest. I kind of want to add it. There's no way he's not scoring a touchdown today. I mean, they
I
may.
mean, he could just break one is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't trust him either way. And be honest with you, I don't. I'm gonna kind of stay. I'll probably just play this 4 pick as a 10x. I don't see anything that just stands out and makes me want to just I'm gonna play this for sure.
Yeah, Adam. Aguilar over 1.5 receptions is solid. It has good odds. I just don't trust it enough to play it. So Aaron Jones over zero point 0.5 receiving yards. Is that actually a line?
There's no shot that's a line.
Oh, it's a goblin line 0.5.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if that didn't hit.
I mean, 1 catch is pretty funny.
I
Watch him grab a catch for negative 0.5 yard or negative 1 yard.
That'd be some shit.
Dog, there is a game tomorrow, by the way. The Packers and Eagles play over in like Sao Paulo.
Yes, is the Packers and Eagles play tomorrow? They have a lot of props. Are we streaming for that tomorrow?
I mean, we might as well.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. That game may be weird. I wonder if it's like 99 degrees with 150% humidity there.
We'll definitely have to do a weather update on that one because that will certainly make a big difference for that.
Yeah,
game.
I'm actually curious. It'll be fun to dive into. And Packers and Eagles, that'll be a good game too. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that one.
All right, we're gonna lock this slip in right here, guys. We're going for 10x. I know we almost always do 25x, but like Prizepicks doesn't even have tackle and assist props up there, and this game is it's pretty tight with the lines right now. So.
Just put my car payment on this slip, dude.
Hell yeah! Put your house payment on it too. Just playing, don't.
This man Luke is begging for kickers. He said we definitely got to take a kicker tomorrow since it's in Brazil.
Hey, that is fair though. All right, that's Tyler's job. He's got a deep dive into all the kicker props, and he's gonna come in with the absolute nuke of a lifetime with a kicker. He's putting his 2-0 kicker record on the line tomorrow.
Oh boy.
We should just put Luke in charge of bringing up a kicker prop since he loves kickers so much.
Luke, tomorrow at your job, you bring us a kicker prop with a full write-up, and we'll talk about it. If you don't show up, then we're never talking about kickers again.
How to babies.
My guy is sleeping, man. He is finally sleeping. It took about 4 or 5 days, and I wasn't getting any sleep. So it's been a rough first few days, but then my guy is sleeping now, and I am sleeping. I'm getting some rest, so it's pretty freaking sweet.
It's tough work breastfeeding that thing, huh?
Shut your mouth. Wow. All right, I'll report back. All right, bet.
I like Likely. I just don't know. Like, I keep thinking they're gonna use him more and more, even with Mark Andrews. Like, I could see them running a lot of 2 tight end sets, and his lines are really low. I'm a big fan of Likely, especially if Mark Andrews go down, because Likely is really really good. He just gets overshadowed by Mark Andrews when he's in. So I don't mind any Likely props. Would you rather go Kelce receptions or receiving yards, Tyler?
I mean, if I'm having to pick, I'm probably going to take receiving yards.
It's close, I think.
But it's so close, it's not going to matter.
If he
That's
was,
why we took fantasy score.
If he was still at 5.5 receptions, definitely receptions. I feel like.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, we're gonna get off here. Appreciate you guys hopping in. We're going for a little 10x tonight to get the season started. Absolutely loving the slip. It looks really good. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. It helps us out a lot. And we will see you guys tomorrow at some time for the Brazil football game. So, peace.